Hey guys, IanMC here, and welcome to the first part of Enter the Dominatrix. Why we're not actually into the actual game yet is, well, I have a good reason. And it's because I want to give sort of the backstory behind what Enter the Dominatrix actually is. Because it's very, very interesting, and I'm going to go into friendly fire and get some weapons to do the upgrades, some weapons and upgrade them to do this. Anyway, here it is. Saints Row 4 started life out as a DLC pack for the third game, Saints Row the Third, called Enter the Dominatrix. Okay, fair enough. Here's where it gets very confusing, though. Eventually, they chose to, instead of finishing the DLC, they chose to go a completely different route, which was make the DLC its own game. By going back to work on the sequel and just folding whatever work they had already done on Saints Row on this game and put it into Saints Row 4. Thus, the simulation part comes from that. But then comes the weird announcement that they were going to officially turn Saints Row Enter the Dominatrix into its own thing. So, yeah, that's actually what you're about to see. And they actually acknowledge the fact that it was cut. They couldn't even finish it. The stuff, from what I can tell, some of the stuff here is what they might have actually done while they were still doing it as a DLC pack. They even have the characters. The fourth wall pretty much gets a sledgehammer to it, and fourth wall has a sledgehammer taken to it, pretty much. So I'm actually gonna let the cutscenes play for the most part. And not skip them, because I think that it's probably one of the best ideas ever. Let's actually acknowledge that these were cut from the finished product. And acknowledge what their original plans were. So here we go.
So, what exactly is Enter the Dominatrix?
Oh man, are we really digging that up?
It was really weird.
It was amazing.
Worst idea we've ever had.
Really?
Script made no sense, like, at all. Saints Row 4 was way more elegant.
Pierce seemed to like it.
Of course he liked it. It started off with him as mayor of Steelport.
Wait. If Pierce was mayor, that means Mayor Reynolds and you were...
Like I said, worst idea we've ever had.
My administration was tough, but fair. I'd like to think the boss based their presidential performance on me.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Of course, originally they just booked me for a guest appearance, but I just chewed up the scenery so much they had to keep me. Of course, I did have to insist on several changes.
Such as?
Well, for instance, in ETD, that's short for Enter the Dominatrix, the Zin arrived with much fanfare, assaulting the city of Steelport. But, you know, I didn't want to spoil it for you. See the mission, and you'll get what I wanted to change.
See, like I said, they pretty much took a hammer to the fourth wall. And that is weird. And yeah, no, I turned off my microphone because I didn't want to interrupt it at all. I didn't want to interrupt that at all.
The Zin are surrounding us. We need to do something. We're heading out. Boss, grab a gun.
I'm on it. I'm gonna show Zinyak and say it's amazing.
The Zin just came out of nowhere. It's insane. I warned you before.
All right, to the roof.
Kinsey and I will meet you out front.
Yes! To battle!
What's really weird, though, is, yes, they do acknowledge that if Pierce is mayor, you win with the bad ending of the last game. Okay, what do I want? You know what? I'll take the Flaming Brood, because, to be fair, I like me some flamethrowers. I like flamethrowers, to be fair. And yeah, this is the crib from the last game. Oh, I'm supposed to go to the roof? Weird. I wasn't expecting that.
Time to surprise these.
You're going down.
It's weird that I'm wearing the Iron Saint suit, because I find weird that what's supposed to be cut DLC, you're wearing something that you achieve in the main, that I achieved in the main game. So it's kind of cool to see the crib again. Yeah, but don't think that this means it's going to be officially available. Who knows what Enter the Dominatrix was going to be. Other than it was DLC that didn't get put into the 4th game. That's all we know at this moment. Like I said, anytime they talk about it as in character, they break 4th wall, I am going to actually just stop talking, because I think that is funnier if you guys hear it.
Come at me!
We got your back, boss! Where's Josh? Who cares? Focus on the Zen!
Mostly?
The Zen have already taken over everything. Look at the buildings! They certainly know how to launch an invasion. Give them that. I warned you, Kinsey. You really gotta let this go. Not until you apologize for not listening to me. Fine. Kinsey, I'm sorry. We sometimes don't listen to your crackpot conspiracy theories. There.
Where is he?
I don't think you mean that.
But yes.
Your attempts.
He was inside of that. Seriously? Murder bots! Okay, I'm gonna actually have to use my railgun. I'm gonna have to use my railgun. To be fair, I love railguns. In games like Quake, at least. They don't really fit here, to be exact, to be fair, and, surprised you don't get to use any. Hopefully you get to use these weapons in the main game, too, because that would be cool. To be fair, I love setting people afire. That's one of my favorite buffs, was the, and one of my favorite, psychic powers was, of course, weird they still have the upgrades that I gave it. Wait, are my upgrades still here? No, it's not. It's a little weird. Okay, yeah, this is pretty fun, I will admit it.
One last chance to surrender.
Well, I'm not sure if the Dominatrix is connected. I'm just gonna use this. Woo! One. That's it.
Sorry, late. This target. I mean, took out some back.
Just here. Josh is the boss's friend.
Yeah, I like that they have commentary on everything. Paul?
I love this part.
Shit, what is that?
Is it Paul? Seriously?
Something. Stay back.
Seriously, it's a friggin' Cyclops? It's a friggin' Cyclops.
He's so brave.
You are truly a hero, Josh Burke. No!
Earn this. Earn this.
We will never forget your sacrifice.
I never got to tell him how I feel.
That's how I remember it anyway.
Okay, see, told ya.
Yeah. Shame we didn't have the budget to get it in.
That and the fact that you guys decided that they decided to turn it into Saints Row 4.
I forget.
We have to get to the mayor's office.
Oh man, here I come! I love this part.
Yeah, you probably would.
Here's
Yes.
the mayor now because Bert died in SR3, right? Yep. But you and Mayor Reynolds were together then, right?
Right, with Viola DeWinter.
So if Bert died in the explosion, then how did you survive?
Don't think too hard about it, Kinsey.
I thought that they don't even show the boss's face because you custom designed it. And I'm sorry, I had to turn the mic off because for some reason it was, picking up sound. And I have no idea what it was picking up. It surely was not me because I'm not moving all that much. Or am I? I don't remember. There's the sadder part. Oh, so you make us go up the bridge just so we can go down. Who the fuck designed that? It's weird to see the old Steelport again, you know, not the simulated version. This is supposed to be the real Steelport. Again. Oh well, not that big a deal.
Oh man, here I come! Over here!
Surprise, I'm in the Iron Saint costume, I just can't use the automatic guns that were already in the thing. Oh! Come on. Okay, that was freaking awesome. You saw that, right? It just like took like a nosedive, like. Sorry, I shouldn't be trying to do sound effects. Oh, you're gonna shoot at me, huh? Excuse me. Eat it. Eat lead, jackasses. Also find weird they still drop cash despite the fact that there shouldn't be cash here. Weird. There should be real cash. We're not in the simulation. We're actually supposed to be in the real Steelport. This ain't a car, it's a tank. It says car, it should say get in tank.
See how this thing handles.
See how this... You drove it in the last game. Oh, don't worry, I took out the tanks. Driving down the highway in a tank. I think somebody got arrested for that. No, I'm not just kidding. I watched a show called World's Dumbest, and they actually show an episode where a guy's crime was driving around a makeshift tank. And I mean that, makeshift.
What? Pierce is a hacker now?
assume Shani will be happy. Actually, I was happy stuff back in Saints Row 2.
Why am I even here?
Because you were in Saints Row the Third? In fact, that's the only reason you're even here. People liked you. People liked you. That's the only reason you're even here. To be fair, I liked Kinsey too. I already mentioned I had like a friggin' huge crush on her. Which is pretty obvious. And like I said, this is going to be added to the... This is not going to be its own playlist. It's going to be added to the playlist for Saints Row 4. Despite the fact this is not an episode of that series. That series... Okay, this is technically episode 32. I just didn't label it as such. Because in my opinion, these two series are its own thing. If you want to consider this a part of the same series, it's up to you. If you want to consider it separate, but close enough that it could be considered... You know what? I'm just going to stop talking about how this is connected to my first to the last part of the entire Saints Row 4 Let's Play. And I'm surprised... I kind of get why that none of the music from the actual game is here. There's Zinyak. We gotta confront it. That's the Syndicate Tower! Oh yeah, that's right, he was using that in the last game, wasn't he? In this game, wasn't he? We haven't seen Syndicate Tower since, Saints Row. The third, actually. It's kinda cool they brought it back just for this. Tanks firing at us. Ton of bubbles. My attempt at trying to be comedic. If I suck at it, let me know. And I'll just stick to being, you know, being a serious Let's Player. And just be, you know, giving facts about the game and everything. My history of Saints Row. Like I said, I rented the original game back in the day. I rented Saints Row 2 as well, thinking, you know what, I didn't really like the first game, so...
This ends here.
Oh, here we go. This was meant to be my shining moment. I mean, will you look at that health bar? Just insulting! Oh! And now they want to draw it out with these ridiculous button fronts!
Yep. QTs.
Yes. Look at you with your enormous weapon. Ooh. They really do belabor this, don't they?
Head goes off, blood flies everywhere.
Okay, that's it. I've seen enough. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Goodbye, JB Blanc. We're gonna miss you. Hopefully we'll see you again in the next... No, wait, no we won't. So yeah, the alien invasion part was just supposed to be a minor part, apparently, of Enter the Dominatrix. Oh, we get all the weapons that were in the crib now, so that's cool. That's cool. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this. I'm going to try to do more of it. I don't know how many parts Enter the Dominatrix actually has, but I'm going to try to do all of them. Anyway, remember to like, comment, and subscribe.